so because we've become so dependent on borrowing money. But a lot can be achieved in peace, and what we try to achieve in war is virtually impossible. So when we change our policy, we would come home from the Middle East, we would engage the world, we would follow diplomacy, we would be friends, we would be trading with more nations, but we would come home from Korea, we would come home from Japan, we would come home from Europe. Let them pay for their own defense. But just importantly, under this atmosphere of fear built up with us, a war against terrorism, a war in Iraq, what we have to be concerned about is the threat to our freedoms here at home. When we go to office or go into the military, we take an oath of office to uphold the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Right now, our freedoms are being undermined, and we're more seriously threatened by the legislation in the U.S. Congress and what's going on with the executive branch. And when you look at the Patriot Act and the Military Commissions Act and the undermining of habeas corpus, the secret prisons, secret renditions, I mean, this is not America. This is different. So our economic freedoms have been undermined, and we're threatened economically, but we're threatened with our personal liberties as well. We're going to have a tough time. Even if we did everything right, we would still have to live beneath our means for a while because we're so in great debt.
Yes.
If we do nothing, what is going to happen is we'll have a currency crisis, an economic crisis, a political crisis. It could be years and years. If we did the right thing, it wouldn't be that long if we did one thing, and that is restore and preserve liberty.
Yes.
That is the purpose of the Constitution. The purpose of the Constitution is to preserve liberty. The purpose of the Constitution was never written to restrain the people in any way. It was written to restrain the government. And that is the purpose. Our government was meant to be small and open. Today, our government is large and closed. We can't figure out what the government's doing, whether it's the CI being involved secretly around the world, whether it's our Federal Reserve System, manipulating the money. But just think of all the secrecy and all the investigations that try to go on, and records disappear, and we can't really know what's happening to the government. But what's happening to your personal privacy? The personal privacy is gone. The government knows everything about us. There was the introduction in 1935 of the Social Security number, and on that card it says never to be used as an identification number. Now we are known by numbers, and now we're not even allowed to leave our own country without a passport. We can't even come back from Canada without our own passport. Instead of freeing up the people and realizing our shortcomings, what we have done now is we have introduced the National ID card. The National ID card is the real ID in the states by May 1st.